Morning friends and welcome to the Sharekhan's pre-market action. What has happened with the global markets yesterday is that the Dow and Nasdaq has closed on a mixed note. Dow was positive whereas Nasdaq has closed down negative in yesterday's trade. Also the European markets yesterday closed on almost on a mixed note. FTSE was positive whereas CAC and DAX ended on a negative note. Currently also the Asian markets are almost trading on a flattish note, so not much action happening. Apart from what the news came as far as the Chinese economy is concerned, the Chinese economy has grown by around 7%, which was expected by the China government, and the China's government is now like to continue its stimulus to keep the economy growing for the Chinese. So that's something which has been a concern for the China, and probably we might see some sort of action taken by the government to continue the growth for Chinese economy. As far as the oil is concerned, Iran is likely to now support Libya for the OPEC to cut the oil production by around at least by 5%, and that would actually keep the oil prices firm up, and that's what we have seen in the prices of the oil in the last two of the trading sessions. So the Brent has somewhere been trading around $58 to $59 a barrel. Apart from that, there is a ECB meet today probably to take a view on the interest rates going ahead. And back home, yesterday we had a trading holiday on account of the Ambedkar Jayanti. But as far as the flows are concerned on Monday, both the FIs as well as DIs are positive. The FIs are positive in the cash market. The provision numbers were around 417 odd crores on positive note, and the DIs are also positive to tune of around 47 odd crores in the provisional figure. Going ahead, let's have a view on the overall markets based on the derivative analysis.
Good morning friends, we'll give an analysis on derivatives. In Monday's trade, we have seen Nifty opening up with the positive bias in line with positive cues from the international market, and also with positive IIP data released on the Friday's post-Friday's trading session. We have seen Nifty opening up with a positive bias, and thereon we have seen for the initial hour of the trade, for the first couple of the trade, we have seen Nifty being in a narrow range of 10 to 15 points and oscillating between positive and negative territory. But later on in the later part of the day, we have seen Nifty inching higher and posting a gain of around 0.5%, and finally closing at 8855, yet another closing above 8,800 levels. On the open interest terms, we have seen a reduction of 1.5%, that is 2.96 lakhs were reduced in open interest, indicating some kind of short covering again was seen by market participants in Monday's trade. Now if you see the both major indexes, that is Nifty and Bank Nifty, has shedded significant amount of open interest since start of this series, indicating the open interest wise this both index is quite light in terms of open interest. So participants has to look forward into the fresh positions where it is actually getting built up. That will give us the fresh cues from the market going forward. For the cost of carry, we have seen a minor dip of around 1%. That is, it has gone down by 6.5% to 5.5%. That is, premium have came down from 32 odd points to 21 odd points. And put call ratio again after inching our resistance level of 1.01, 1.0 odd levels. We were expecting put call ratio to reach till 1.15, and in Monday's trading session it has edged 4 basis point higher on 1.08 to 1.12 levels, indicating significant amount of put writing was observed by market participants in Monday's trade, and due to which we have seen significant amount of build up in put open interest. Indian volatility index was more or less same at 14.49 levels, has inched around 0.5% higher from 14.42. On the options activity, 8,800 where we were suggesting significant amount of short positions was there in 8,800 call option, and since we have seen Nifty comfortably closing above 8,800 levels for the 3 consecutive days, we have seen significant amount of unwinding in 8,800 strike price. In Monday's trade, we have seen 15% of unwinding, and now the position is clearly getting shifted to the higher strike price, to the higher call base, that is 9,000 call option, which is the important resistance for the market going forward. So market participants can expect a further upside till 9,000 odd levels, and around 9,000 odd levels the data will indicate the further trend for the market. While in put option, we have seen significant amount of build up in 8,700 and 8,800 strike price. 8,800 strike price has seen significant amount of build up around 63 odd percentage, and followed by 8,700 put option of around 30 odd percentage in open interest, which we feel is majority on the shorter side, and 8,800 could act as an immediate support for our market, for the short term support for a couple of days for our market going forward. However, and the highest open interest 9,000 remains as the highest in terms of open interest in call option, while in put option 8,500 strike price is still the highest in terms of open interest for this series. There are 4 securities in bank period for today's trade: Unitech, Wockhardt Pharma, Century Textile, and HDIL. On FIS terms, we have seen some kind of selling pressure despite market going up by around 0.5%. FIs have been net sellers in index futures. However, the selling amount was not substantial; it was quite minor. There were net sellers of around 166 odd crores. While in index options, there were net sellers of 132 odd crores, and stock futures there were net buyers of 106 odd crores, and stock options there were net buyers of 10 odd crores. 5 days UF stands at 8765 with a lower range at 8750 and higher range at 8900. ZIX Nifty is trading a bit flat to negative compared to Monday's trading session. It's bit flat. It's been down by around 8.5 odd points, and it's at 8847, indicating some kind of shop opening can be seen in today's trade. That concludes from derivatives. Thank you.
For trading ideas for today, first and foremost, we have Gujarat Gas, which has been granted 300 months of infrastructure exclusivity that is valid up to April 1st, 2040, and 60 months of marketing exclusivity valid up to April 1st, 2020 for the CGD network for the geographical area of Thane. So we recommend to go long in Gujarat Gas with a stop loss of 658 and target of 687. The previous closing price was 667. KNR Constructions Limited has bagged the 3-state highway road acquisition order in Tamil Nadu together worth of rupees 729.5 crores. We recommend to go long in KNR Constructions with a stop loss of 438 and target of 457. Gateway District Parks, the company logistics firm Gateway District Parks Limited has been aiming to list its rail unit valued by the analyst by nearly $500 million by the end of the current financial year 2016 March. So we recommend to go long in GDL with a stop loss of 361.5 for target of 375. DCB Limited has came out with the results. The results are better than expectations. So we recommend to go long in DCB with a stop loss of 113 and target of 118.5. On the news update, the CPI inflation for March 2015 has been declined to 5.17 versus 5.37 month on month, which was lower than the market expectations. And this was largely driven by the drop in the food inflation, which came at 6.14 from 6.79 month on month despite the unseasonal rains. So the recent numbers suggest that the disinflation in the economy continues, which will add to the RBI's comfort from a monetary policy perspective. On the other news update, Edicom Solutions is looking to exit all the businesses that are non-core. The chairman and the managing director of Edicom Solutions have said that they would only want to be present in the schools and the digital business and would hive off all the other non-core businesses. On the other news, GMM Prodha Limited open offer begins from the April 9th for rupees 247.4 per share for 25% of its total share capital. Government has named Naveen Jindal and one employee in the contempt case against GSPL. The case is likely to be heard on 7th of May. Axis Bank, positive news is that LIC has bought 35 lakh shares of Axis Bank in last week. We might see some positive action in Axis Bank today. March auto sales numbers for Tata Motors are out. Total JLR retail sales plus was positive 6% at 58,481 units for JLR, so positive for Tata Motors. Other news, Havells has geared up for a smart city project, which is positive update for Havells. The company is also betting big on line emitting diode, that is LED products category, and is targeting around rupees 600 crore revenues from the category in the next 2 years. Zomato has moved beyond reviews, acquires data from Maple POS, which is positive for InfoEdge, which owns a majority stake in Zomato. Torrent Pharma has received a tentative approval for the medicine which is known as rosuvastatin calcium. Lupin and Glenmark has also got an US FDA nod for the Alzheimer's drug memantine hydrochloride. Government is likely to auction marginal oil fields of ONGC to private companies. Deepak Fertilizers on Monday has offered a little over 12% of its stake in MCF through bulk deals on the stock exchanges, a clear sign of its loss of interest in the Karnataka-based fertilizer manufacturer. ACC have come out with the results. Results are better than expectations. The net profit stood at 240 crores versus 399 crores. Net sales were 2885 crores versus rupees 2967 crores year on year. VRL IPO opens today in the price range of 195 to 205. Alstom T&D India has secured 8.5 million order from the Bhabha Atomic Research Center in Chhattisgarh. Stock with positive bias for today: HDFC Limited, Bank of India, and ITC. Stock with negative bias are TVS Motors, Bharat Forge, and GAIL. Stocks for investment we continue to like Larsen, Aditya Birla, Nuvo, Maruti, Ultratech, and Lupin. That's it, friends, from the Sharekhan's pre-market action. Thanks and have a nice day.